Pale, my son. Look, some good news. Hold on. Pale? Yes, that's right. Boy, SAT has something called, hold on, Pale. Look, talk, SAT is having a special for this independent season, and you need to get connected to enjoy the benefits. It's called Pale. Once you set up and connected with SAT, you can talk to your mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, stepmother, stepbrother, stepsister, the whole step. Pale is so sweet with your connection to SAT telecoms, and especially when you get your internet connection, no hidden fees, no hidden charges. You get free SAT to SAT telephone connection. You also get free installation, and you get no charges on your talk time. And you get your telephone for free. Oh, baka pay boy, you know ye. Pale, baka do. So you have at home your TV, SAT TV. You have your internet, SAT internet. And now, phone. Look at pale. All you talk is sweet. Hello. Take advantage of one of SAT's 5 internet packages in our Pale specials. You can get the Breezy, the Warm-Up, the Maverick, the Jetstream, and the Warp Drive. Don't forget the Pale. These packages starting at $28.75. Pale. Yeah, don't forget from SAT. This independent season, don't forget it's happening at SAT. Pale. Festival, c'est manger. Tout le monde, manger. Mais SAT, c'est Pale. Yep, Pale. Yes.
Good evening, I am Nisha Charles and I am your presenter for today. Thank you for joining me for SAT TV News. Among the major developments, Antiguan Senator Parker calls for a global anti-poverty alliance. Alleged mafia member said to have financed former Curacao PM. Obama hits back in fiery second debate with Romney. And in sports, Permal not surprised by his selection to the West Indies team for the upcoming series against Bangladesh. Details of these and other stories after the break. Thank you for staying with us. Now for the details of the news. Parish priest of St. Anne and St. Paul's, Father Franklyn Cuffy, says he is extremely excited that World Heritage Day is being held in Warner. In addition, Father Cuffy stated that for the past 33 years, it has always been an individual community celebration. However, this will be the first time that the Heritage Day is being celebrated as a parish.
We have decided that as a parish we will support Warner, and I must say I'm very, very excited to see the commitment, the dedication, in the community. In fact, I went on site to look up the meaning of heritage, and I found out that World Heritage Day is a shared humankind effort, protecting and preserving these valuable assets which demands a collective efforts of the international community. So I think here in Dominica we are setting the standard and making it a parish event.
He believes that this event will benefit Warner, seeing that the village is known for its sweet potatoes. Father Cuffy said that this is why the community has used this opportunity to launch Potato Festival.
Again, the suggestion is that every year from now on, as part of the village feast, I hope we will tie it with the actual parish feast, and not only celebrate the parish feast or the village feast, but celebrate what we call a potato festival. From my research, I found out there are 400 different varieties of potatoes. We in Dominica maybe have about 4 to 6 varieties of sweet potatoes. So I'm hoping, it's an opportunity. Again, TTV Festival is now a big thing in Dominica. And again, unlike the TTV, potato is seasonal. But again, I think with proper management, we can have sweet potato all year round.
The parish tree strongly believes that Potato Festival should be an annual thing as well as part of the parish celebration.
They are thinking of moving it into October, But I would suggest that they keep it as part of their regular annual village feast. You know, instead of having two celebrations in a small community, why not build on what they already have? You know, I think it's just a matter of duplicating and trying to have another feast in October when you have the Creole Festival, you know, and everything have been affected, including our National Day of Prayer.
Father Cuffy is also pleased with the amount of work that is being done within the parish for National Day of Service. He stated that roads are being built, trees are being planted, and the rivers are no longer polluted.
So I think that cleanup day would help in preparing the grounds, the river banks, and so on for the tree planting, which the Prime Minister or the government have been asking us to do for the last couple of years, you know, to do the tree planting. Here in the parish, especially in Massa, we are National Day of Service. We are hoping that we will gather a number of people who have been discussing about why not a village council for the community of Massa. So we are hoping on the National Day of Service, after we have done all our tree planting and all our cleanup, we are hoping that we will gather at the Massac Center.
Father Cuffy stated although people would like to see work commence straight after the damage caused, Rome was not built in a day. And in more news, the thought of dengue is seemingly lurking in our midst once again. There have been a few documented cases recently, but Mrs. Calma Lewis, an environmental health officer, says some of this might be due to the way in which people keep their surroundings.
And the way people manage with the containers, the water containers, the containers that they would have collecting water, that is what is important to us. And presently in Dominica, one of the primary breeding areas in Dominica are the water drums. So the water drums, these are the things that they purchase from DCP and they purchase it from Harris Paints and they store water. And usually when this water is stored, it is not managed properly. It is left exposed and the mosquitoes go there, they lay their eggs, and here it is that we have cases of dengue fever.
The Environmental Health Unit knows that Dominicans need to store water for various reasons, but they are saying that they would not be promiscuous in our attitudes, but adopt the safe and right way to do it.
The container must be cleaned, because even if the container is dried, the mosquitoes can lay their eggs on the inside of the container. So before you start collecting the water, you wash the container properly. Then you cover the mouth of the container with a piece of cloth, a clean cloth or a bag, and you keep it tied. When you keep it tied, the mosquitoes cannot get into the drums to lay their eggs or to breed.
The water collection containers should be covered at all times. If left uncovered, it becomes a breeding ground for the mosquitoes. In cases where you cannot keep the containers covered, Ms. George says you should use the water as soon as possible.
You either keep it covered, tightly covered, do not just take a square cover and put over the wrong. You need to cover it properly, keep it covered properly. If you cannot keep it covered properly, then you use it as soon as possible.
The Environmental Health Units want the public to be vigilant in looking out for the signs and symptoms of dengue fever. Some of the symptoms are an extremely high temperature and joint pains.
Then you're going to have headaches, severe headaches. You're going to have pains at the back of your eye. People with light skin color like myself, you will see they have a rash.
On their skin?
On their skin.
Okay.
You're also going to have muscle pains.
The rash will appear like measles all over the body. You will also be weak and fatigued.
And then you get weak, fatigued, tired, you're going to be nauseated, vomiting, sometimes no appetite, right? Sometimes, depending on how bad it is, where you could get dengue, hemorrhagic fever, you could actually bleed on the inside and you could be passing blood through your vomits and your urine and your stools.
Because dengue fever is a viral infection, it is similar to that of the common cold. The environmental officers say that the main distinction is the pain at the back of your eye.
Because you'll be feeling those things in your bones, like the fever, and it's unbearable. And again, the other thing would be very high temperature and nauseated, vomiting, tiredness. You really cannot do anything. You are weak, too weak to move. So this is one of the things that we really pay attention to. The pain at the back of the eye, it is so painful that you are not even able to open your eyes to the light. You just want to keep that eye shut all the time because the pain is so intense. And then with the fever, it's not just the fever, as Shen was saying, it's the fever, but it's with real high temperatures. Okay, that's temperature exceeding 108 or 110.
Currently, the neighboring French islands have over 30 cases of the viral infection. With the World Creole Music Festival approaching, people coming into the island from these countries will be screened, and if they show any signs or symptoms, they will be isolated and brought for treatment. In culture, Creole ware, arts and crafts and paintings were all available at the Old Mill Cultural Center on Tuesday, October 16th as a Creole Arts and Crafts exposition took place. Chief Cultural Officer Mr. Raymond Lawrence says the exposition is a significant part of our independence celebrations this year.
This year, we're happy to say that we have several artists and craftspersons who have participated in this exhibition, and that our opening, which is today, we are happy to have received many members of the public and also many students from the various schools. In fact, that's one of the reasons why we decided to have it in the morning, so we could accommodate some of the students from both secondary and primary schools.
Mr. Lawrence stated that the reason for the exposition being held in the morning is to hopefully capture a few students. He added that the exposition will be held for 2 weeks, therefore those who do not get a chance to participate in this event have another opportunity.
So we are indeed happy about the opening of this year's National Art and Craft Exposition. The exhibition will run for about 2 weeks. So persons who were not able to make it today have the opportunity during the 2 weeks to be able to come to visit the exhibition at the Old Mill. So the exhibition should run until Friday, the 26th of October.
Cultural Officer says this is a viewing of cultural expressions and annual exhibitions to start on our independence celebrations. He says the work of displays feature well-known artists in our country.
As Ellen Wolf Moses, Aaron Hamilton, Petrus, Louis Desiree, Orlando, Cuffy, among others. And this year we are featuring the works of Hilary St. Hill from Daly's. Because the theme is Creole expressions, you'll find a wide variety of aspects of Creole expressions like Creole houses, pan playing, steel band, landscapes, and of course what is being manifested more during independence, ballet.
The officer believes that this is not only an exciting exhibition, but it is also educative. He is urging the public to come to the Old Mill Center not only to view the lovely products on display, but to learn more about our culture, heritage, and our people. Students from around the island converged on the Windsor Park Sports Stadium grounds for the finals of the secondary schools athletics meet. This year, a few changes were made to the games to give the athletes an international exposure. Sports coordinator Mr. Trevor Shillingford hopes that the athletes take full advantage of this golden opportunity.
On the second day of this meet, we will be starting at 12 noon, and it is our expectation that this meet will go on into the evening, where you will get an opportunity to perform on the lights, which is an aspect that is usually done at the international and regional meet.
He hopes that this will encourage people who work until 4 to have a chance to come and support the athletes. It is also a hope that this will give the athletes the encouragement needed to do their utmost best. Mayor of Roseau, His Worship Cecil Joseph, told the athletes that to be successful at this event, they need to make their communities, parents, family, and school proud.
Not necessarily by breaking records, but ensuring that our character, our attitude be the best that it should be, not only to make us as individuals proud, but to make the subset of individuals I just mentioned very proud. But I must say, we are going places. We are going places because I realized that Luan Gabriel in 2012 made Dominica proud.
He gave praises to Luan Gabriel, who is one of Dominica's top athletes and who participated in the 2012 London Olympics. He reiterated that we should speak highly of her and showcase her to the world because she has tremendous potential. Honorable Nisha Charles, Minister for Youth, says the benefits, including health, that can be derived from young people being involved in sporting activities is tremendous.
And very often the reason for our obesity is because of the way we eat and our sedentary lifestyle, meaning that we don't move and we don't walk and we don't run. And so all of those things that you are doing will help to reduce the cost that the country now has to treat chronic non-communicable diseases. There are also other benefits for you as young people. It gives you a better sense of, it boosts your self-esteem to know that you've been chosen by your school to participate in an activity. Means that your school has recognized your potential.
Today's activities included track and field events.
The whistle, blow the whistle, yeah.
The Ministry of Social Transformation moves to strengthen poverty alleviation initiatives in Antigua and Barbuda. As part of World Food Day celebrations, Antigua and Barbuda joins the rest of the world to recognize International Day for the Eradication of Poverty today, October 17th, under the theme Working Together Out of Poverty. Senator Parker explained that the theme symbolizes the need for a truly global anti-poverty alliance, one in which both developed and developing countries participate actively. It also requires the willingness of people living below the poverty line to take advantage of the assistance and the opportunities provided to break the cycle of poverty. With the implementation of the National Poverty Reduction Strategies, Senator Parker says that the country's program is steady as government increases its focus on poverty reduction. Several programs have been introduced as an indication of the government's thrust towards the achievement of the Millennium Development Goal No. 1 to eradicate extreme poverty and hunger. Among the lists being executed by the ministry are the Home Improvement Grant, the Board of Guardian Poverty Alleviation Grant Assistance to the Vulnerable and the Eligible, the Schools Uniform Grant, the Schools Meals Programs of the Ministry of Education, and the Senior Citizens Utility Subsidy Program, which is implemented by the PDV Caribbean and funded with resources made available through the Petro Caribbean Agreement. There is also a job training initiative to be undertaken by the Ministry of Labor. She said this is a critical step towards the identification of eligible individuals or households based on the established criteria for the delivery of social protection to the respective participants. This will also enhance the process of transparency, accountability, monitoring, evaluations and impact assessment, and all social protection programs. In spite of the global economic downturn, the government's decision in choosing to keep hundreds employed and maintain its contribution in a number of social schemes cannot be overstated when assessing the need to stop the risk of poverty. And the St. Martin's Secondary School is really joining in with the celebrations as they hosted Soup Day as part of World Foods Day. They used the opportunity to raise funds for the renovation of a new kitchen.
Today is World Food Day, so of course at St. Martin's School we are celebrating it, and the activity is basically a fundraiser for our roof. Right here in the food lab we're repairing everything. Our roof is partially damaged, so we have to raise funds to repair that. So this is just one of the activities that we're doing, and of course we're looking for the public to help us to be part of, you know, the whole activity and be part of the fundraising drive that we have in St. Martin's School to fix the roof for the children.
There were different varieties of soups available, which made the event a total success. The school arranged a delivery process where they would deliver soups to those who could not make it to the school. Principal of the St. Martin's Secondary School, Miss Andrea Christian, stated that the students' safety comes first and the roof is a serious need of development. She says the school has been hosting fundraising events since last year, but when they realized how badly the roof had deteriorated, they saw it as motivation to host more events in shorter space of time.
But if you look over there, you will see exactly why the roof is leaking, and the heavy rains that came have actually soaked out the ceiling. So while we had been fundraising since last year and the year before, we realized we had to speed up what's going on because in December we will have to fix the roof. And therefore it means we just need to get on all kinds of fundraisers.
Ms. Christian says they want to send an appeal to everyone, including past students, to help with the repair of the new roof. Although the fundraising events have been successful in the past, the funds raised were not enough for the renovations. She is hoping events such as this will speed up the process.
Fundraisers, we need to appeal to all our past students, we need to appeal to all the well-wishers who would be willing to assist us to get the project. Because the recommendation is that the roof changes structure because it's not sloping enough. It has to change structure to something like a roof also in order to make sure that we don't get into the city.
The principal was pleased with the students' participation as well as the teachers. This has been the local segment of the news. Coming up next, regional highlights.